Ethiopia is endowed with various plant species, and also the origin of important crop species that provides a variety of goods and services to human beings, including water, food, fuel, construction material, and medicinal plants. They have been also used for the maintenance of hydrological cycles, cleaning air and water, the maintenance of oxygen in this atmosphere, crop pollination, and even things like beauty, inspiration, and research opportunities. Biodiversity is important to most aspects of our lives, as it provides basic needs such as food, fuel, shelter, and medicine, and crucial services such as pollination, seed dispersal, climate regulation, water purification, nutrient cycling, and control of agricultural pests. However, biodiversity is under threat due to human activities, such as land use change, exploitation of wildlife, pollution, and climate change, which are causing rapid ecosystem change and massive loss of biodiversity across the planet. Biodiversity refers to the variety of life on Earth, at all its levels, from genes to ecosystems, and can encompass every living thing from humans to organisms we know little about, such as microbes, fungi, and invertebrates. Ethiopian Biodiversity Institution Director Malazi Mario, PhD, wishes that the new must be a year in which we can properly protect and use our biodiversity resources and benefit from these resources fairly. It is also imperative to work on restoring and regaining to existing and lost biodiversity species. Due attention should be also given to protecting the damage of invasive weed species and water pollution linked to the unregulated urban and industrial development of water bodies. Undertake study and research on the country's biodiversity and associated indigenous knowledge. Establish participatory conservation mechanisms so as to realize conservation of biological resources. Ensure fair and equitable access and benefit sharing. Promote sustainable utilization of biodiversity. Tie for sustainable development. Preserving the earth has a significant role in the health and productivity of human beings, especially conserving proper utilization of biodiversity key to not only the current generation, but also the coming ones, because biodiversity is all species and living things on Earth in a specific ecosystem that represents the diversity of living species on Earth that consist of plants, animals, bacteria, and fungi, the direct drivers of deforestation and forest degradation in Ethiopia include forest clearance for both subsistence and large-scale agriculture, illegal and unsustainable extraction of wood mainly for charcoal and firewood, overgrazing, and recurrent forest fires, with growing population and the associated growth in demand for agricultural land and forest products. It is very likely that deforestation and forest degradation will continue at least for the coming years, and as a result the need for conservation of forest biodiversity is becoming. A crop is a plant or plant product that is grown for a specific purpose, such as food, fiber, fuel, ornamental, or industrial uses. 1-2. Crops can be categorized based on their intended use, including food crops, feed crops, fiber crops, oil crops, ornamental crops, and industrial crops. 3. Some examples of crops include rice, wheat, potatoes, cotton, and tomatoes. The term crop also applies to the process of cultivating plants in rows or systematic arrangements within a field, which is commonly referred to as crop cultivation. However, there are several government agencies and divisions that deal with animal-related issues, such as the Ethiopian Department of Agriculture and its Animal and Plant Health Inspection Service, which regulates animal health and welfare, and the Division of Animal Industry in Ethiopian Department of Agriculture and Markets, which promotes sustainable animal production, agriculture, and the safety of the animal origin food supply. Therefore, the closest comparison would be that just as pupils respond to changing environmental conditions to ensure optimal vision, suppliers adapt to changing market conditions to achieve equilibrium in the economy. You are the only one I love. The search results also discuss biodiversity, which refers to the variety of life on Earth and its importance to human well-being. However, There is no direct link between Hahnemann and biodiversity, therefore, it is unclear how solving a problem related to Hahnemann would impact biodiversity or vice versa. The biodiversity, which includes plants, animals, and microorganisms in each area, and their relations with each other as well as with their non-living environments, namely water, weather, earth, sun, soil, climate, and atmosphere, has been affected by the negative impact of climate change. Hence, it is imperative to maintain a careful relationship between biodiversity and the ecosystem for living things. Ethiopian Biodiversity Institute, building a shared future for all life. Ethiopian Biodiversity Institute.